Hello, all you beautiful people out there. I uh, I bet you've been wondering where I've been since my last video, where I was in the hospital. I was in the hospital bed, talking about getting a new stent put in my heart, and that I wanted to just let you know what was going on then. And the craziness is that. Well, I decided after that video, as all the doctors were saying, yeah, you need to take 2 weeks off. Take 2 weeks off, relax, take it easy. Get yourself healthy again. And I did. I took 2 weeks off, and I wasn't going to do any videos or anything. I was just going to plan it out and see where I was going to be at the time, and got to the end of the 2 weeks, and I was like, okay, I'm starting to think about what to do as far as the video is concerned, and I got sick. I got an abscess on my leg that had gotten progressively worse, and I tried to take care of it myself, and I couldn't do the joy. I got up one morning and I went back to the hospital, and that's what happened to me. I went back to the hospital. I had gotten cellulitis. It became a staph infection and went septic. And I have spent almost the entire month of October either in the hospital or at a nursing facility to get myself better, because I got so sick. I got so sick that they actually put 2 IVs in me, one in each arm, for antibiotics and fluids. As a matter of fact, here, let me show you this little thing right here. See if I can show it to you. It's my midline. That's what they've been putting the IV in me from right now, because I've been on IV antibiotics since I went back to the hospital. Now, luckily, I think today is the last day that I'm going to be getting my IV, and they'll be taking this out tomorrow. But the idea that I have somehow cheated death twice in the matter of 3 weeks is scary to me, and I was in no position. I was in no position to be able to come back on here and tell you what's been going on. I had to get myself healthy first. I had such a bad infection, they actually had to do surgery on my leg to help with the infection. That's how bad it was. That's the reason why I've been on IV antibiotics this whole time. And it's scary. And I know a lot of you were like, get yourself healthy, Goose. We love you. We want to make sure that you. And I took that to heart. And the next thing I know, I'm back in the hospital again. And there's some debate on whether or not, I got the infection from the catheter to help put the stent in me. I don't know if that's true. I'm not sure at all, but it was a scary thing. It still is a scary thing. I mean, the good news is that right now I'm just pretty much waiting for these surgery wounds to heal before I can get to be, 100% again. And even then, I have to take it easy. My wife, as beautiful and as knowledgeable as she is, when I was like, yeah, I can't wait to go get back home and I can do all that, and she's like, no, you're gonna take it easy. You're gonna take it easy like you took it easy with your heart. You're not gonna rush right back and try to get all this stuff done. And I was like, you're right. I gotta take it easy. Because right now, she's just as scared as I am, is just as scared of me getting sick again. We don't want to see that. That's the reason why I'm at this facility, so that I can get better. And so I've had to take care of myself physically. That's the reason why I haven't been. I mean, we still have videos that we haven't put out yet from October that we're going to put out. I know this seems strange, you know, Halloween videos in November, but I have to get myself healthy again, physically. But at the same time, one of the things that has happened while I've been going through this whole ordeal is that I've had to get myself healthy mentally too. I've been struggling with my mental health for at least the last 2 months. A lot of it coming from, you know, and you've seen my videos about my job hunting and trying to find a job. And to tell you the truth, I almost came on here to tell you that I found a job, that I was hired, that all I had to do was bring in my identification, and I'd have been hired for this job. And instead, 2 days before the appointment, I ended up back in the hospital. And then I had to call the guy and tell him, hey, look, I'm sick, I'm in the hospital, I don't know when I'll be able to see you, but I want to get this taken care of, I want to get this done. Only for me to get the email 3 days later saying we've given the position to someone else. And now I'm back at square one, looking for a job. You know, applying to companies, 20 companies a week. Getting interviews. And getting one rejection after another. And this has been going on for months. And I know I've been positive about it, because I knew there was a job coming for me. But I didn't anticipate any of this. And the only thing I can sit here and say is that, honestly say, is that, you know, God must have a job for me that's the right job for me. All right, I'm not going to sit here and feel pity for myself because of all that's happened. This is the path and that God has put before me. And I think the reason he put this path before me was because I had to while I was healing physically, I had to get myself right mentally. I've been in counseling for about 4 months now. And because I've been forced to rest, I have been forced to kind of deal with my anxiety, my insecurities, the fact that I internalize everything. I've had to deal with trauma I haven't even dared to even talk about since my childhood. And yet here I was getting this all out. I had to get myself right mentally. And here's the thing. If there's one thing I can encourage you about this at the end of this video, is that if you're dealing with anxiety or depression or insecurity or anger or anything like that, you go get some counseling. Go get some help. Please go get some help. I had to do it. I had to admit that I actually had to admit I'm not really sometimes a nice person to be around. Because my frustrations lead to anger, and my anger leads to internalizing everything, and then I end up, and then I don't communicate anything, and the next thing I know I'm hiding out so that I don't have to deal with my problems. And that's not healthy for anybody. And I've had to learn that through the last 6 to 8 weeks while I've been going through all of this. I've had to learn this. I still have to go through this. Because I'm not going anywhere. I don't have a job to go to. I'm not doing any videos right now because I'm having to heal. And trust me, when everything kind of, I'm going to get back to doing content. But I got to take it easy. I gotta take it easy. And but if you're dealing with stuff, and let me tell you something, because in my generation we were told, don't ever, you can never hit anybody. If you're angry, to take it out on something else. And so what do? We take it out on the wall or the dishes, and the problem is that all we've done is allowed ourselves to vent our rage in front of people that really don't deserve our violence. I'm kind of like a volcano. It takes a lot, as I have a plane flying over. It takes a lot. I could be dormant for a while and nothing gets me. It takes a lot for me to, but all of a sudden when my frustrations build and my anger builds, and the next thing I know, I erupt. And that's not healthy for me. It's not healthy for you either. We got the holidays coming up where everybody's like stressed out. And so if there's one thing I'm going to encourage you with is that, yeah, it's important for you to get healthy physically, but it's more important for you to be healthy mentally. It's more important for you to be healthy mentally. I've had to go through it. I'm a better person now in having to go through this. My wife has had to sit me down, because we don't communicate very well. Now we're starting to communicate really well. And she's had to tell me, look, you're not, and I've had to admit this, I'm not a nice person to sometimes be around. I wish I was a better person. And the one thing I could strive to be is a better person. And so I didn't want you all thinking I just fell off the face of the earth. But I had to wait for a moment where I could sit down and talk to you and just tell you that I've like a lot of other people, I've been having to deal with a lot of stuff. And I physically have been, away because I've been having to deal with this major infection. And I'm going to have to deal with it for at least another week or so. But when I'm finally healed up, I'll be coming back, and doing some more content and hopefully you guys will be healthy, and I'll be healthy, and we'll all be better for it. All right? Like I said, I know I had to go through this journey for a reason. And the only thing I can think of is that it was God's way of giving me the knockout punch and telling me that you need to deal with some things right now before they get worse. So, my friends, I'm going to implore you, get yourself healthy. If you're dealing with stuff, get yourself healthy. I'm going to keep working on myself, and hopefully in the not too distant future I'll be back and I'll be with whoever, maybe even by myself, doing videos and doing some content. But for now, I've got to take another couple of weeks to rest. I just wanted to give you this update to let you know what's going on. And if anything else, have a happy Halloween, and I'm going to look forward to seeing you all soon.